Welcome to the Human 5 Project, the podcast where we cut straight to the breakthroughs that matter, the show where science meets self-optimization. I'm your host, Ultimate Biohacker 10X, and here we break down the real research, real data, and real dosing behind modern biohacking, from compounds and peptides to techniques, devices, lifestyle strategies, and performance protocols. Most people jump in and jump out before they get the gold, so we're keeping it tight and delivering the essential insights you need without the fluff. If you've taken the time to hit play, we'll make sure you walk away with valuable knowledge that can transform your approach to longevity, health optimization, and beyond.
Protein is simple until it isn't. One camp says whey is king. Another says pea is cleaner and just as good. And the whole food crowd says supplements, they're fake food. Tonight, we're going to cut through it. Whey versus pea versus whole food protein. What builds the muscle the best, what digests the best, what's best for gut issues, and how to pick the right one without getting played by marketing. Let's lock this one in. What's up, team? Welcome back to the Human 5.0 Project. This is Ultimate Biohacker 10X, straight facts, zero filler. Well, there's always a little filler in protein powders. Anyway, disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only, not medical advice. So if you've got kidney disease, severe food allergies, GI disorders, or you're pregnant breastfeeding and changing your diet aggressively, we know which lane we're going to drive. Clinicians only. Okay? Good. All right. Protein 101, the grown-up version. Protein isn't magic powder. It's amino acids. And your body uses them for muscle repair and growth, enzymes and hormones, immune function, satiety and metabolic control, longevity, preserving muscle, fights sarcopenia as you age. But for building or preserving muscle, three variables matter the most. Total daily protein. If your daily total is too low, the best protein source will not save you. Leucine threshold. Leucine is the amino acid that flips the muscle protein synthesis switch the hardest. In real life, you want enough leucine per meal to trigger the signal, especially if you're older, cutting, or training hard. And digestibility and amino acid profile. Not all proteins absorb equally, and not all are equally complete. So the whey versus pea debate is basically leucine and digestibility and convenience versus tolerance and ethics and sustainability. Whey is milk-derived, and it's popular for a reason. Why does whey perform well? It's high in leucine. It's got a complete amino acid profile. It's highly digestible, and there's a fast absorption, especially the isolate or the hydrolysate. So what are the whey types? Simple breakdown here. Concentrate, it's cheaper. There's more lactose and fat, so there could be more GI issues for some. The isolate, which is a higher protein percent, lower lactose, and it's usually the easiest. And hydrolysate. That's pre-broken peptides, and it's often the easiest to digest, but it is pricier. So who is whey best for? People chasing muscle gain, performance, recovery, people who want the easiest hit protein and hit leucine and done tool, or the hard gainers who struggle to eat enough. What's the whey downside? Lactose sensitivity or milk protein sensitivity? Acne and skin issues for some, bloating if you pick the wrong type. And if you don't tolerate it, forcing it is dumb. Bottom line, whey is a cheat code for muscle protein synthesis if you tolerate it. Pea protein is plant-based, and now the default alternative. What pea protein does well? Often better tolerated than dairy. Some acne-prone people do better off whey. It's a vegan and vegetarian-friendly alternative. Sustainability optics tend to be favorable, and it depends on sourcing. The real pea limitation? Well, pea is generally lower in methionine and may deliver less leucine per gram than whey, depending on the product. Translation, if you want pea protein to perform like whey, you typically need a slightly higher dose and/or a blend that completes the amino acid profile. So what's pea done right? Best plant formulas often look like pea and rice. This is a classic complementary combo. Or pea and pumpkin seed. Or pea with added BCAAs and leucine, if the label is transparent. Who is pea best for? Lactose intolerance or dairy sensitivity. Whey isolate still causes bloat. A plant-based preference, or you simply feel better on it. Bottom line, pea can absolutely work, especially if total protein is high and you dose intelligently. Rice protein, usually brown rice, is another plant option. What does rice protein do well? It's often very gentle on the gut, hypoallergenic for many people, higher in sulfur amino acids like methionine and cysteine compared to pea protein. The real rice limitation? It's commonly low in leucine, a key essential amino acid for tissue repair and growth. So rice alone is not the move long term unless your overall diet covers the gap. What's the fix? Blends. This is why pea and rice protein mixed is such a good common pairing. Pea helps leucine, rice helps methionine. Together, it's a more complete profile. So bottom line, if you're plant-based, blends are usually the smartest, closest to whey option. Okay, branched chain amino acids and L-amino acids. Do you need them? Let's just clean up the hype here. BCAAs can deliver leucine, sure, but they alone are usually inferior to full protein because muscle building also needs the full set of essential amino acids. So BCAAs are not bad, they're just often unnecessary if you're already hitting daily protein. When BCAAs may make sense, you train fasted and want a small amino signal, you're consistently under-proteining, fix this first, or you need something ultra-light for GI tolerance. How long branched-chain amino acids stay in the system and timing of intake? Well, after ingestion, BCAAs absorb fast. Blood levels peak in 30 to 60 minutes. At typical doses of 5 to 20 grams, they stay elevated for just only 3 to 4 hours. High doses, 40 grams plus, may last up to 6. That means benefits like reduced fatigue, MPS support persist for hours post-dose. Timing, or pre and intra workout, like 15 to 30 minutes before, for an energy or anti-catabolic effect. Post recovery, spread if using daily, don't megadose once, aim for leucine hits across meals. Now, leucine or EAAs added to plant protein, this is the adult plant optimization. If you use plant protein and want a stronger MPS trigger, adding a small leucine EAA boost can help in theory, but don't turn it into protocol cosplay. Whole food first, total protein first, then supplements for precision. Okay, let's talk natural whole food protein, the truth. The word natural gets abused online. Whole foods are elite. Meat, fish, eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, beans, lentils, tofu, tempeh, grains, and legumes. Whole food advantages: micronutrients, iron, zinc, B vitamins, calcium, omega-3s, depending on choices. Greater satiety. Obviously, with chewing and volume, it's going to fill you up faster. Better long-term diet pattern. Whole food limitations. Prep time, appetite limits. It's harder to hit high protein targets, at least consistently. And here's the key. A protein supplement isn't unnatural. It's a tool. If it helps you hit your daily target with low friction, it's doing its job. Hierarchy. Whole foods as a foundation, supplements as a gap filler. So let's look at the adult approach here. Daily protein target. Active people often land 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram per day, depending on goals. Per serving, most people do well with 25 to 40 grams per meal, with a max of 40 to 45 grams to optimize absorption without waste. And why I'm saying this is because if you need 200 grams of protein a day, taking 100 grams twice is probably not going to be nearly as efficient as taking 50 grams 4 times during the day. Okay, so you spread your protein across 3 to 5 meals a day for steady aminos. Post-workout, Whey is pretty convenient. Before bed, slower proteins or whole foods can be helpful. Plant-based, just ensure the total intake is high enough. Okay, let's look at our labels here so that we don't get played. What do we want to check? Protein grams per scoop, serving size tricks, added sugar, sugar alcohols, because these can wreck your gut, third-party testing and brand credibility. We want to avoid proprietary blends that hide doses. There was recently some information that came out about third-party testing a bunch of popular brands, and surprisingly, a number of them came back high in heavy metals. So it's worth it to do your homework on this. Bottom line, Whey is the cleanest muscle-building tool if you tolerate it. Pea can work extremely well, especially as a blend or with smart dosing. Rice is underrated, but best used in blends. Whole food is the foundation, supplements are the bridge, and BCAAs are not magic. Full protein wins every time. Smash subscribe, stay pumped, stay primed, stay proteinized. This is Ultimate Biohacker 10X. I just finished my protein drink, so I'm out. Thanks for listening to the Human 5.0 Project.
If you found value in today's episode, share it with someone who's ready to elevate their biology. Make sure to follow the show for weekly deep dives into peptides, protocols, devices, lifestyle strategies, and the science of high-performance longevity. Until next time, stay curious, stay optimized, and stay 10X.